Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be when you find yourself watching this. Today we're focusing on wonder. The great crowd followed him. They saw all the signs. I am currently recording this in my office, but if you are in fact viewing this on Monday, I am with our group in Guatemala right now, and because of that, when I'm recording this, I'm thinking about the stories of years past and some of the things that have happened with our groups while we have been on this trip, and I was thinking about one year. Prior to the pandemic, so at least 6 or 7 years ago, we were in a community, a small, remote community in Guatemala, and it was a great community. And we were we were shoveling cement. We were doing the foundations for 3 classrooms in a school they were building, and as the week went on, more kids who would eventually attend that school would join, and so the group grew and grew, and more kids would come to help us work and stick around to play soccer and everything else. And toward the end of the week, we had a tour of the community, and they all came along for it. We got like 40 or 50 small kids that are walking along, and during the tour, we went to people's homes. We were taught how to make tortillas. We saw a clinic and a few other things that were important to that community. And the entire time I got a kid on my shoulders. Some of the other students do, and got them on piggyback rides, holding hands, and all that kind of stuff. And they're all laughing. And when we're inside someone's home or in the clinic or wherever else, we're obviously calm. But walking there, we're kind of bouncing around and a lot of energy, and the kids are really excited. And the last stop on the tour was this beautiful, large Catholic church, and I remember thinking, like, I kind of wonder how this is going to go. Like, we got a lot of energy rolling into this part of the tour, and a lot of laughter, a lot of, and we go through the front door, and our students go and sit down. And again, like 40 or 50 children, all under the age of maybe 10, walk in alongside our group, and they're initially like a lot of laughter and smiling. And it's a community that doesn't have a Catholic priest, so I don't really even know how often they're in that church or understand, how to kind of carry themselves, if you will, is what I'm thinking at the time. And our group sits down, and our students bow their heads, and most of them close their eyes, and they're going to take a moment to just sit in this beautiful church that we're in, the community that we're a part of. And I remember, the great crowd followed. They saw the signs. That great sense of wonder was myself and the other chaperones standing in the back of this church, and you could hear a pin drop. All of those little kids followed right alongside ours, and when ours bowed and had a moment of prayer, all of those little kids sat in absolute silence. They bowed theirs at their own heads, and I don't know if they were praying or just copying what we were doing, but it was certainly a profound moment of prayer, of the example of prayer, and for myself and the other adults, certainly a moment of wonder as we watched all of this transpire. So those are my thoughts for today. Please keep our group in your prayers as we are still in Guatemala, and we will certainly keep our faith community in our prayers as well.